I'm Elaine Reyes at the United Nations headquarters in New York, and this is UN Insider.
Coming up.
Happy New Year of the Snake.
Preparing for a UNESCO-recognized event and China's biggest holiday. A festival of culture and heritage, and a time of unity and togetherness the world over.
The Chinese New Year has really become a global celebration.
A special look at events marking the Spring Festival as billions of people prepare to welcome the Year of the Snake. Next.
Around the world, people are counting down to the Lunar New Year. Revelers will welcome the Year of the Snake on January 29th. On this special edition of UN Insider, we'll take a look at China's most important holiday, its cultural impact around the world, and at the UN. We'll bring you highlights from some special events welcoming the Year of the Snake, including an event I co-hosted that showcased musical performances, art, fashion, and remarks from the diplomatic community, China Media Group's prelude to the Spring Festival Gala. But first, let's take a look at how UN headquarters is marking the Lunar New Year. Xu Deja has more on our top story. Deja.
Yes, Elaine, as you can tell, it's an exceptionally cold week here in New York. But with the Chinese New Year fast approaching, you can feel a sense of warmth in the United Nations headquarters, as many festive events have already taken place. Last Friday, the United Nations Postal Administration, also known as UN Stamps, issued a special stamp sheet to celebrate the upcoming Chinese New Year, the Year of the Snake. And here is the stamp. Well, in Chinese culture, the circular connection of the snake's head to its tail signifies endless continuity, while the red color represents the energy of life. Each snake, with its unique pattern, intertwines to symbolize the vibrant diversity of nations across the world, united in harmony. The stamp sheet was designed by renowned Chinese artist Tiger Pan, who was previously illustrated the UN Lunar Calendar series, including designs for the 2018 Year of Dog, 2022 Year of the Tiger, 2023 Year of the Rabbit, and 2024 the Year of the Dragon. Also, last Friday, UN Chinese staff hosted a Chinese New Year party right here at the headquarters. Over 500 people attended the celebration, including notable figures such as the permanent representative of China to the United Nations, Ambassador Fu Cong.
On behalf of all my colleagues in the Chinese Permanent Mission to the United Nations, I would like to wish you all a Happy New Year.
Under-Secretary General for Global Communications, Melissa Fleming.
We need to be able to come together and work together to solve our world's problems, and in a spirit of possibility, which is, I think that's what we're feeling today.
Under-Secretary General, Associated Administrator of UNDP, Xu Haoliang.
I would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our UN colleagues and CMG viewers a Happy New Year and all the best.
Under-Secretary General for Economic and Social Affairs Li Junhua and Assistant Secretary General for General Assembly and Conference Management, Sharif Norman Chalet. The event featured spectacular performances including Peking opera, traditional dances, singing, and a unique fusion of traditional Chinese instruments with contemporary dance. The atmosphere was filled with joy and smiles, a rare sight at the UN. In fact, I've never seen the visitor lobby so packed. It was so crowded that you had to wait over 20 minutes to just get a taste of those delicious Chinese food on offer. And soon, the Secretary General will also deliver his Chinese New Year message. In his speech, he is expected to highlight how the snake symbolizes wisdom, resilience, and renewal. He will emphasize that in these challenging times, we need to be guided by these qualities and renew our commitment to peace, equality, and justice. He will also extend his gratitude to China and the Chinese people for their steadfast support of the United Nations, multilateralism, and global cooperation. So, Happy Chinese New Year to all, and that's all from me. Back to you, Elaine.
Shudija, thanks. About 1/5 of the world's population celebrates the Lunar New Year. Here in New York City, China Media Group hosted a special kickoff ahead of the holiday. In a video message, CMG President and Editor-in-Chief Shen Haishang called the Spring Festival a grand celebration of China's rich and diverse culture. He remarked on the event's recent inclusion on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage list, saying Chinese New Year has become a global New Year. More than 200 people attended the special event, including key diplomats. China's ambassador to the U.S., Xie Feng, and China's permanent representative to the UN, Fu Tong, shared their thoughts with the crowd.
As the Lunar Year of the Snake is just around the corner, it gives me great pleasure to join you in sounding the prelude to the Spring Festival Gala and celebrating the upcoming Chinese New Year. The Spring Festival originated in China, but its joy and happiness are shared by the whole world. In 2022, the festival happily coincided with the Beijing Winter Olympics. In 2023, it was listed as a UN floating holiday. And in 2024, the tradition was inscribed as UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity. So today, the Chinese New Year has really become a global celebration. I would like to thank China Media Group for hosting today's event, which will open a window for American friends to better understand China, build a bridge for affinity between our two peoples, and bring us together in a symphony of harmony and cultural diversity. Dear friends, in this turbulent world, people around the globe are more eager than ever to pursue peace and development. And the call for solidarity and cooperation is growing ever stronger. The Spring Festival is exactly about peace, amity, and harmony. While China and the United States are different in many ways, both our people wish for a happy family, a good life, and a peaceful world. For that to happen, a stable, healthy, and sustainable China-US relationship is crucial and essential. In the past year of the Dragon, we implemented the San Francisco vision against all odds with the vigor and strength of soaring dragons. With our joint efforts, China-US relations gained a hard-won stabilizing momentum and remained overall stable. We are most happy to see more American friends are touring China to experience our dynamic country under the 240-hour visa-free transit policy. Around 16,000 young Americans have visited China for study or exchanges under President Xi Jinping's initiative of inviting 50,000 American youth in 5 years. Students from both our countries competed in the VBA, Village Basketball Association, tournament in Guizhou Province. And American children sang "As You Wish" in Chinese at the Temple of Heaven in Beijing. By reaching out to each other, our people have injected constant warmth into bilateral ties. Going forward, although we will still face grave challenges in the year of the snake, more and more people have come to realize that a stabilizing and improving China-US relationship serves the common interests of both our countries and also meets the shared expectation of the international community.
First and foremost, Happy New Year of the Snake. The Spring Festival, also known as the Lunar New Year, actually I prefer to call it Chinese New Year, is the most important traditional celebration in China. It is a time when people exchange their best wishes for peace, harmony, and prosperity. It is also a day when families come together to bid farewell to the past and welcome the new. Across China, there are many traditions to mark this special occasion, such as giving red packets, decorating doors with spring couplets, enjoying family dinners, and of course, watching the CMG Spring Festival Gala on TV. While the Lunar New Year continues to enjoy huge popularity at home, it is also becoming a global celebration. Today, nearly 20 countries have officially recognized the Lunar New Year as a public holiday, and it also has become a public holiday in the United Nations. Around the world, the festival is bringing people from diverse cultures and languages closer together. Recently, China's Spring Festival was inscribed on UNESCO's representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Once again, this time-honored tradition has been brought into the global spotlight. It offers a unique window for people around the world to learn about China and the Chinese culture, and also serves as a bridge for exchanges and the mutual learning between civilizations. Dear friends, this year marks the 80th anniversary of the founding of the United Nations, another milestone in human history. However, we will be celebrating this momentous event with mixed feelings, as the world is grappling with various challenges and crises. To overcome these difficulties, we should look to the diversity of human civilizations for inspiration and strength. We should rise above our differences, whether in history, culture, social systems, or geopolitical interests, and embrace mutual learning and solidarity. And just like passengers on the same boat, we should work together using multilateralism to navigate toward a brighter future. It is with such a spirit that we gather here tonight to celebrate the Spring Festival and the start of the Year of the Snake. The snake symbolizes wisdom, smartness, and good fortune. May the Year of the Snake bring the luck and the strength we all need. Let the spirit of the snake guide us as we face challenges and work together to build a more peaceful and a prosperous world. Like the snake, may we be smart, adaptable, and patient in our journeys ahead. Once again, I wish you all a prosperous Year of the Snake, filled with good fortune, health, and happiness. Thank you all.
UN Insider.
Whether it's about your education, the home you live in, or the items you buy, your money has a story to tell, because every business story is a human story. Global Business.
The Interactive World is a painting by Chinese artist Professor Wang Linsu. Professor Wang is a master of transcendental imagery. The artist has studied Chinese ink and water painting for decades. The painting comprises 4 panels, measuring 2.1 by 1.2 meters each. It's accompanied by the artwork Home of Us All in the Same Room. Both feature ink, watercolor, and silver powder on paper. The works draw attention to nature, peace, and harmonious development. China presented the paintings to the UN in 2013.
Around the world, people are counting down to the Lunar New Year. Revelers will welcome the Year of the Snake on January 29th. In China, preparations are underway for the family reunions and celebrations that are a part of Spring Festival. The observance was recently added to UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List.
Chinese New Year celebrations have recently been recognized as part of UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage. Last year, the Lunar New Year was added to the list of floating holidays by the United Nations. These acknowledgements highlight the vital role of culture in shaping our shared human experience and global sustainability.
That's Anna Claudia Rosbach of the UN Human Settlements Program. Spring Festival is a vibrant celebration of China's history and culture. And no matter where you are from, you can take part in the festive spirit. At our prelude to the Spring Festival Gala, author and model Mae Musk shared her Lunar New Year fashion and well wishes for the Year of the Snake.
My outfit was made specially for me. Isn't it beautiful?
It is.
It was sent to me to wear tonight. Last year I was there around the Lunar New Year and we saw the celebrations that were magnificent. Well, I wish you the best hosting and that you all have a great time and celebrate and look forward to a wonderful year. I wish everyone at China Media Group and Chinese people a really happy New Year. I want you to have a better year than the last year, and I want you to mix with really nice and smart people, and there are many in China because I know I work with them, and just look for going for your goals, what you want to be, and work towards it, and you will be happier.
Spring Festival is a time where multiple elements of China's culture come together. That was also true at the prelude to the Spring Festival Gala. The evening kicked off with a traditional dragon dance that got the crowd in a festive mood. The Young People's Chorus of New York City showcased their harmonies and the harmony of both Chinese and Western musical traditions. The Exile dance team used ribbons and the fluid beauty of ballet to capture the energy of this year's Chinese zodiac representative. Just a few of the performances that showcase the celebratory spirit. And designers from Fashion in a Conscious Future brought some flair to the evening with a show that blended contemporary looks with traditional Chinese influences. And a special guest stepped onto the runway. 7-time NBA All-Star Joe Johnson was one of the models for the show.
This is my first experience with modeling. Happy to be a part of the Chinese New Year, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very intrigued and looking to understand more, about Chinese culture. Yeah, I've been to China, but it's been a while. Yeah, I was there for the Olympics. It was fun. But I'm looking forward to get back. The fact that, I was out there with the USA team, we came back with bronze, so we didn't get gold, so that was the only default in the trip. What are some of my wishes for the Year of the Snake? That I get back to China.
Before we go to break, here are a few more thoughts on the global impact of the Spring Festival and the upcoming Year of the Snake from some members of the UN community. Here is Ernesto Otone, UNESCO's Assistant Director General for Culture, Zora Pololikashvili, the Secretary General of UN Tourism, and Thailand's Permanent Representative to the UN, Churchai Chaiwavid.
The Spring Festival is a true reflection of shared values and cultural identity. I commend the People's Republic of China for its dedication to safeguarding this heritage through community-based mechanisms, formal education, and public awareness initiatives. These efforts not only ensure the continuity of the tradition, but also highlight the Spring Festival's role in promoting sustainable development, social cohesion, and environmental awareness.
The Year of the Snake will definitely be eventful, but we can face uncertainty knowing that in the global tourism sector, our friendships have never been closer, our partnership stronger. I wish you all a happy, peaceful, and prosperous New Year.
I wish you all prosperity, best of health, and lots of happiness going forward. Happy the Year of Snake.
Coming up.
This is a very popular stamp that we jointly celebrate the New Year with all our collectors.
UN Insider.
Each day, there are millions of stories. Each one can open new perspectives, new possibilities. Wherever you look, we are there to see, discover, explore. We put the pieces together to find what really matters to you, all around the world, all around the clock. Our reporters are at home across the globe. From our headquarters in Beijing and production centers in Washington, Nairobi, and London. Stories from across the globe, reaching people across the globe. CGTN. See the difference.
One of the hallmarks of Spring Festival is Chunyun, China's 40-day travel rush. It is the world's largest annual human migration. This year, a record 9 billion domestic passenger trips are expected during that period as people travel to their hometowns to celebrate with family or take holiday vacations. Most will hit the highways, with vehicles accounting for 80% of trips nationwide. The rails will also be busy, with more than 510 million trips expected. The UN is marking the Lunar New Year holiday with the release of a special stamp highlighting the Chinese zodiac.
This year's theme, the snake, is about eternal vitality. This year's stamp shows 4 intertwined snakes embracing and calling among each other, and in Chinese culture, it represents endless continuity. The red color of the snake also represents the vitalities of life, and the different pattern in the snake represent diversity, like countries living together in peace. And that's also the peace symbol of the peace lily that was illustrated as the background of all these snakes.
We caught up with Tanawat Amnadanan, the chief of the UN Postal Administration, for a look at this year's stamp. The UNPA started producing special Chinese zodiac stamps in 2010. Since 2022, they have all been designed by Chinese artist Tiger Pan.
The UN stamp is a miniature work of art. So every year we start issuing new stamp with the Lunar New Year stamp, and this is a very popular stamp that we jointly celebrate the New Year with all our collectors.
There are still a lot of Spring Festival celebrations ahead as we count down to the Year of the Snake. In China, rehearsals are underway for the biggest show of the holiday and one of the most watched television events in the world, CMG's Spring Festival Gala. The show airs live every Lunar New Year's Eve. It's a blend of comedy, music, dance, acrobatics, and more. It has been a tradition since 1983, And this year's gala promises to be nothing short of spectacular. And we want to give you one last look at our prelude to the Spring Festival Gala. Here's a special rendition of the New Year's classic, Auld Lang Syne. I'm Elaine Reyes at UN headquarters in New York. Thanks for being a UN Insider. I'm Elaine Reyes at the United Nations headquarters in New York, and this is a special edition of UN Insider.
UN Insider serves as an important window for the global audience to better understand multilateral diplomacy.
It's very important for the media to cover the United Nations, to seek to understand and tell the story in ways that the average person in the street can understand.
I think it's very important that the media should contribute to conveying important messages about the reality of today's challenges.
UN Insider has come to the UN, and we at the UN are so grateful to have it here. It is the only dedicated TV program to what is happening in the UN, and it is reaching so many people with, as it says in its title, inside the UN stories.
Media plays an important role in providing objective information across the world.
We think that media has a strong power of uplifting, what we are trying to convey as messages as developing countries.
We need the mobilization of all peoples, of whole government and whole of society, and media can help us to be informed so that we also can make our part.
I think the media is fundamental to enable citizens across the world, first of all, to understand what is the rationale of having the United Nations. It's not that there is one place on planet Earth that will tell the rest of the world what to do. It is a much more complex story.